Alright, let's try this again. This is day... Fucking, I don't even know. It's been well over 100 days. I apologize for not making any reviews on my SnG. I got this SnG 3-4 months ago. And I love it. It's been an outstanding knife. It was my first strider. So much so that I went ahead and picked up this beauty. Yes, I just fucked up the pivot the other day. Trying to get this fucking pivot off. Not for any other reason except I like to take my shit apart and lubricate it and see how it works and fuck with it. I bought this new. I bought this used. I say the other day, I got this one like 2 months ago. And just hadn't really carried it. Didn't have time. Work has been insane. But this will be my final strider carry update. I've carried this every day. Done tile with it. Cut mosaic, the fiberglass mosaic mesh that comes on mosaic tile. That shit will eat up a blade. And their S30V, in my opinion, with the Boss heat treat is fucking second to none. I'm sold on strider. Hands down, I'm 100% sold. They're fucking outstanding. I would depend my life on these. In the regards of if you drop me out in the middle of nowhere, I'd more than likely want to have the big brother. But I would feel comfortable going out in the woods with this as my pocket knife. What can I say? This one was starting to scare me because I thought I was having premature lock wear. But it's supposed to settle up where it settles up. And this one settled in between 50 and 60. I did have to disassemble it and bend the lock bar over, so there was no lock rock. But after I did that, I mean, this thing's insanely smooth. And there's... Let me see if I can do this. There's literally no front to back rock, and that's what's important. The side to side, all knives have a little bit of side to side. This one just has a cunt here. This is old production. This is new production. CTS 204P SnG. This is their gunner grip. They're not going to be making, from what I understand, Josh said that they don't have any plans in the future to be making the double gunner grip anymore. But I don't give a shit. I really just wanted a gunner grip. Didn't matter if it was the G10, old production, new production, because I've held them before and I love that, you know, that really firm grip you get. Some people say it eats up your hands and your pockets. Well, that's because you're a fucking pussy. So, moving on. I've had no issues with these whatsoever. They are now my favorite knife to carry. From the day I bought this, the SnG has not left my pocket. This one, the SnG is riding bitch now. It's in my left pocket. I carry two knives. Just because I like having knives on me. I mean, I've got probably $1,000 worth of knives in the truck right now in my console, just because I like carrying knives around. I don't know. I'm kind of hooked on buying them. I'm not a collector. All my knives get used. I have Marfione customs that are used. I got a fucking $1,300 Damascus, razor wire Damascus Halo that I was pruning roses with the other day for my wife. Man, all I can say is Strider is now my favorite manufacturer of knives. Call me a fanboy, call me whatever the fuck you want, tactical ninja, whatever you want to say. I don't give a fuck. These are now my favorite knives. Look at the fucking blade stock on the SnG. It's almost a 1/4 inch. Or the SMF. It's insane. This one's got the tiger stripe titanium. This one's just stone washed front and back. If you don't own a Strider, you're wrong as dick cancer. You need to get a Strider. If you are a fan of hard use folders, and I mean, it's kind of a joke. Folders are limited in what they can do and what they can take. But if I'm going to buy a frame lock, a titanium frame lock, moving forward, it's probably going to be a Strider. I think the next one I'm probably going to be looking into is probably a PT, the little mini one. My wife tries to carry my SnG whenever she sees it sitting on the nightstand. And she says this one fits her hand perfect, but I think the SnG will, or the PT will. The SnG is a cunt hair tiny for my liking, but nonetheless, I've used it anyways, and I've just really gotten used to the grip of this thing. The bigger one actually fits my hand better, but it's taken some use taken some getting used to because I'm used to the smaller one. But it's just a bigger variant of this. I mean, it's just a bigger version is all it is. There's really no difference here. The difference is one extra screw. That's it. They do the same thing. Because this is newer production, I don't know if they only do the wedges or if they have the, you know, just completely rounded off. Here, I'll let you look at that. That's the SnG old production. SMF new production. So they got this wedge here, which I found when breaking down boxes or, you know, sticking it into, I cut a watermelon up the other day. When I stuck it into the watermelon, it was like butter. You know, for a knife this thick, it should not slice that good. It's simple, you know, geometry and physics. It just shouldn't work that way. But I think the SMF, even with the thicker blade stock, still slices better. I don't know what it is. Maybe it gets thinner towards the tip more gradually, so it doesn't feel like an abrupt wedge, like you're just wedging into whatever you're cutting. But this one actually cuts better. Like I said, this one's riding bitch now. It's in my left pocket, but it still gets used. I was using this one to pry up staples off some tags on the end of lumber that I was cutting up earlier. Love them both. If you don't own a Strider, you better fucking check yourself, because they are awesome. And as far as the drama with Mick, I don't give a fuck. If you're one of those guys who brings up that shit from the past, you can eat a fucking dick. Don't subscribe, don't fucking, please do not comment, just stay the fuck off my channel, because I don't like you. But that's all I got. Thanks.